Chapter 2. It was clear. The sight of my body covered in brutal wounds had shaken them. Even now it lingered. And Shen Nuo Nuo truly lived up to her title as a best actress. The moment she saw me, her eyes reddened instantly. She threw her arms wide open and rushed toward me, sobbing, "Sister, I've missed you so much. I can't believe I finally get to see you in a dream." Her performance was flawless, as if we were the closest sisters in the world. But I simply stepped aside, effortlessly avoiding her embrace. A flicker of smug satisfaction flashed across Shen Nuo Nuo's face, just as expected, as if I had once again fallen neatly into the trap she had laid. The next second, her eyes brimmed with tears as she looked at me in grievance. "Sister, after all this time, do you still hate me? I've already forgiven everything you did to hurt me, but I never thought you still couldn't forgive me." Her words were calculated. On one hand, she reinforced my supposed guilt, painting me as someone who refused to repent. On the other, she deliberately brought up the past, baiting me, waiting for me to explode in anger like before. And the Shen family hated nothing more than my uncivilized temper. Shen Nuo Nuo curled her lips slightly, ready to enjoy the show. But I didn't react. Instead, I raised a finger and gently pressed it against the wound on my shoulder. When I pulled it away, my fingertip was smeared with fresh blood, a wound I had deliberately reopened along the way. My voice was soft, laced with quiet sorrow. "Nuo Nuo, why would you think that of me? I just didn't want the blood on me to stain your beautiful princess dress." Then, as if suddenly realizing something, I let out a bitter, self-mocking smile. "Ah, look at me. I forgot. I'm already dead. This is just a dream. How could I possibly stain your dress? I'm sorry. I overestimated my own importance." The moment I finished speaking, my parents' expressions changed. Only then did they seem to remember. In my understanding, I was already dead, and they were the ones who had personally sent me to this hell. Mrs. Shen's lips trembled. Mr. Shen's clenched fists slowly loosened. For the first time, an awkward trace of regret surfaced in their eyes. Even Shen Nuo Nuo, who had always been cold, showed the slightest flicker of hesitation. They looked at the wounds covering my body, then thought of how I had just hesitated, afraid to stain Shen Nuo Nuo's dress. A soul tortured in hell, yet her first instinct upon seeing her family was to lower herself, to please them. That quiet obedience hurt far more than any scream. "Enough." Mr. Shen rarely raised his voice, but now his face darkened as he shot Shen Nuo Nuo a sharp look. "What are you saying? Huai Xia is injured like this, and you're still nitpicking over whether she hugged her or not? Have you no sense at all?" Shen Nuo Nuo's face turned pale. In this war between us, this was the first time Mr. Shen had taken my side.
The comments exploded again. "What the hell? Shen Huai Xia changed her strategy. She used to argue head-on. When did she get this smart? The fake heiress is stunned. She relied on acting pitiful before, but now she's completely outclassed. How could she win? Huai Xia looks like a literal tortured soul. She turned hell into her stage. This is insane." I watched Shen Nuo Nuo's stunned expression and smiled inwardly. The moment had come. I pressed forward, imitating her old tone, weak, fragile, yet every word piercing like a needle. "Please don't blame my sister. It's all my fault. I was just so happy to see everyone that I forgot I'm already dead. My sister doesn't mind this filthy soul of mine. She even wanted to hug me. I should be grateful." Every sentence sounded like I was defending her, but every word reminded them who had turned me into a soul in hell. Mrs. Shen's heart finally broke. She grabbed Mr. Shen's arm, sobbing uncontrollably. "We can't leave Huai Xia there anymore. Look at what they've done to her, those wounds. Quick, tell them to let her out." The room froze. Let her out. Those 3 words struck like lightning, exposing the hidden truth. Mr. Shen's expression shifted rapidly as he stared at me, as if reassessing whether I had truly become obedient. Meanwhile, Shen Nanzhou pulled Shen Nuo Nuo into his arms, focusing entirely on comforting her. My heart tightened. Not enough. The timing still wasn't right. I needed one more spark, one that would burn away their last defenses. I blinked in confusion, pretending not to understand. Reaching out, I tried, futilely, to wipe Mrs. Shen's tears from her 3D projection. "Mom, don't be like this. I know you only said that because you're upset. I'm already dead. How could I possibly leave hell? The dead can't come back to life." I forced a smile, more painful than crying. "Don't worry, I'm really fine. It's just, every few days I get whipped a little. You get used to it. Before I came back to the Shen family, I was beaten often too. These injuries are nothing to me." Mr. and Mrs. Shen froze. "Beaten? How was that possible? Didn't Nuo Nuo say you were living well before?" Of course she had. Back then, to protect Shen Nuo Nuo's feelings, they had sent her to bring me home. They called it bonding. In truth, they simply didn't want to upset the daughter they had raised. Shen Nuo Nuo completed her mission smoothly. She's doing very well. And I, stubborn and naive, never tried to play the victim.
I even believed they must have already investigated my past. How foolish. All their attention had always been on Shen Nuo Nuo. When had they ever cared about the 16 years I spent struggling in the mud? Shen Nuo Nuo's face turned deathly pale. She was about to argue, but I cut in first, in an even more understanding tone. "Please don't blame my sister. She was probably afraid you'd think badly of her biological parents, so she hid it." I smiled gently, resilient, considerate. "Besides, I'm used to suffering. Being beaten is nothing. If it were someone like my sister, raised in comfort, even one lash, I can't imagine how heartbroken you would be. It's a good thing I took all of that in her place." Every word defended her. Every word exposed her. Mr. Shen's suspicion melted into silent pain. Mrs. Shen wept soundlessly. Only Shen Nanzhou remained stubborn. He frowned and cut me off sharply. "Enough! Why bring up the past? Her biological parents being trash has nothing to do with Nuo Nuo. Stop talking like that." Seizing the moment, Shen Nuo Nuo burst into tears again. "Sister, you're already in hell. Why are you still trying to frame me? When I went to pick you up, you were clearly fine." She blinked innocently. "Are you still blaming me for taking the family's love? What do you want me to do before you'll forgive me? If I could, I'd rather die in your place." She knew exactly where to strike, and sure enough, after her words, a flicker of doubt returned to my parents' eyes, as if they were remembering the hopeless, incorrigible girl I used to be.
Hey there! If you enjoy our audio content, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. Most importantly, click subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with everything Zuzu Audio. Support the channel and join our community today.